Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do my February favorites. To be really honest with you guys, I don't have a lot of products. I don't know what it was, but this month a lot of stuff that came out I wasn't really interested in, but I do have 6 products in front of me, so if you guys want to stick around and see what they are, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so moving on to the first product, I do have the Milani Translucent Banana Setting Powder. This, you guys, has quickly become my favorite drugstore powder in the whole entire world. What I love about it is, first, the color of it is not too ashy on my skin tone, because a lot of yellow powders out there look ashy on darker skin tones, but this one has a little bit of color to it, which I do love. And also what I love about it is it doesn't look cakey on the skin. It literally blends into my skin like butter. You don't necessarily have to bake with this powder. You can go ahead and press it into your skin and it looks just as good. And if you're oily like me, you guys, it really does help to control the oils on your skin. So I can keep going on and on, but I did a review of this on my channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'm gonna go ahead and link it above. But this, you guys, is so good for $10. I really do recommend it. Alright, so moving on to Wet n Wild. You guys already know about their highlighters. They're so creamy and blinding on the skin. For $5, it is insane. But I did go ahead and pick up the shade Golden Flower Crown, and this has been in stores for a little bit now, but not too long. But this shade, you guys, let me go ahead and give you a quick swatch. So this is what it looks like on the skin, you guys, and what I love about this color is it has a little bit more golden in it. If you guys do know about Precious Petals, that is one of my favorite shades from them, but it is a little bit ashy on my skin tone, whereas this one has a little bit more golden in it. But you guys already know about Wet n Wild. The highlighters are bomb. It's $5, cheap and affordable, and they last all day on the skin. So if you're looking for a good golden highlighter, go ahead and pick up the Golden Flower Crown highlighter. It's bomb. Alright, so the next product I have seen in commercials and magazines and even heard about it on YouTube, but it's a new Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. And when I first heard about this, for some reason I didn't want to go ahead and pick it up. I mean, I've tried the what is the other one that's really popular? The L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. They're very similar. To be honest, there's not a lot of difference between the two. What I love about this is it does give a lot of volume and length to your lashes. Of course, I do have it on now, but I also have fake lashes on, so you really can't see it. But one thing I will say about it is when you go ahead and apply it on your lashes, it does make it feel a little bit rubbery. It is kind of hard to explain, but I did make sure I didn't get the waterproof version, so this one right here is a regular version, and it does feel a little bit rubbery on the lashes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, so yeah. But one more thing I will say is it does have a little bit of a scent. It does smell like coconuts and something else, but it does smell really good. But if you are a little bit not allergic to scents, but if you're a little bit wary of scents, this may not be too good for you because it is a little bit strong. But if you don't care about scents, then go ahead and pick it up. So with that being said, you guys, I do recommend this mascara. It's not the best mascara in the world I've ever tried, but if you're looking for something new, go ahead and pick this one up. Okay, so moving on to another Wet n Wild product, I do have their Rose in the Air palette. This, you guys, was around $4, which is nothing at all when it comes to drugstore. But what I love about it is it's a very good dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palettes. They look very similar in color, and they're very pigmented and buttery. You guys, let me go ahead and give you a quick swatch right now. Like, look how pigmented they are. For $4 or $5, something like that, I was not expecting this whatsoever. So when I went home and applied it on my eyes, I was like, whoa, this is too good for $5. I don't know what type of formula they have in here, but Wet n Wild kills it when it comes to their highlighters and eyeshadows, I will say that. But for $5, you guys, I will say this is one of the best drugstore palettes I have ever tried. They're very creamy and buttery and also very pigmented. I mean, it's just insane because I was not expecting it whatsoever when I bought these. They do have about 3 to 4 more palettes, so if you're looking for some good palettes, please go right now to your Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart and pick these up, because these, you guys, honestly, they're bomb. Alright, so moving on to Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. I did go ahead and pick up the shade Mahogany. This, you guys, when I first heard about bronzers from Anastasia, I was just like, whoa. This is about to be a game changer, because I feel like every time Anastasia brings out something, they do a really good job at it. So this right here is the shade Mahogany, and I will say they do need a few more shades. This one is deep enough for my skin tone, but of course there's people out there darker than me, and this is not going to cut it. But what I do love about these bronzers is they're very creamy to the touch, because a lot of bronzers I do have, they feel very hard in the pan and they don't blend that well on my skin. This, they do market as a traceless bronzer, which means when you go ahead and apply it, you don't see where it starts and stops, which I love so much. So I do have it on today, and it's not too red, it's not too anything. It's like the perfect shade for my skin tone. I do love it so much. So it is $28, which I do think is a good price because I was expecting it to be like $40 or something like that. But $28 is a very good price. So you definitely need more shades, but at the same time, you guys, this is a great bronzer and I really do love it. Alright, so last but not least is the Anastasia Subculture palette. When this first came out, you guys, I heard so many bad reviews to the point where I felt like Anastasia was going to go ahead and pull it off the shelves because not a single person said a good thing about this palette. But the colors, you guys, when I look at it more and more, it just screams me. It has so many colors in here that I love to play with. So I recently picked it up and honestly, I love it. I love it. I do know since that whole controversy, they probably did go ahead and fix the formula just a little bit. But even with all the bad reviews, I still want to go ahead and pick it up because the shades in here, I just love them. I don't know what it is. They don't look like they will go together, but at the same time, they kind of do. But I will say I tried it today and I do love it. I have it on my eyes today. They do have a lot of kickback, so you do have to be careful. Don't take your brush and swirl it in here. It's just gonna have a lot of kickback if you do that. But go ahead and take your brush and just tap into the color and that's it. And they're also very crazy pigmented. Let me go ahead and just touch these two. They are insanely pigmented. Like, look at that blue. Look at, whoa. Whoa. I just touched it, y'all. Like, literally, I just touched it. It is insane. So I will say if you are a beginner, I would not recommend this palette to you guys because once you go ahead and apply it on your eyes and you make a mistake, you cannot fix it whatsoever because they're very pigmented. But at the same time, you guys, with a light hand, I do think this palette is worth it. So I don't know if they changed the formula. I don't know if I got a good batch, but at the same time, I will say I love this palette. If you're looking for some color in your life and you want to go ahead and play with some color, please go ahead and pick this up. Just pray to God that you get a good batch. That's the only thing I will say, because if you get a bad batch, don't come for me. But that's everything I do have for you guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't have a lot of products this month. I just didn't want to buy a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff didn't really get my attention. So hopefully next month is a little bit better. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.